Hey, fifth grade. For today's lesson, we're going to do a quick review of the parts of the ukulele. So like we talked about on Monday, the ukulele is set up kind of like a person. It has the head, followed by a neck, and then the body. Within these three main parts, we have smaller individual pieces that play huge roles with the ukulele. Up at the top with the head, we have these four white pegs that we call the tuning pegs. By twisting them left or right, we either tighten or loosen the strings to create the correct pitch for all strings. Separating the head from the neck, we have this white part here that we call the nut. Back in the day, when ukuleles were popular in the 1900s in Hawaii, they used to use the shell of a macadamia nut to create this piece. On the neck, we have these raised metal pieces. In between them, we're going to put down our fingers onto these little squares. These metal pieces on the neck are called the frets, and they give us a visual as well as a feeling of where we place our fingers for plucking out melodies as well as creating chords. Next up, we have the body. We have the sound hole where our vibrations go into and then vibrate inside the body of the ukulele and come out as that beautiful tropical sound. And then finally at the bottom, we have the wooden piece called the bridge that attaches the strings from the tuning pegs down below, and this white part called the saddle. These really just keep the strings up. The saddle keeps the strings up a little bit higher, so it's not flush against the body. And those are the big parts of the ukulele that you do need to be aware about. Each of our strings has a different sound. If we start at the bottom, we have A, E, C, G. My favorite saying, bottom to top, to remember the position of the strings is aardvarks, eat, cool, grass. Now, if you were to do the opposite and maybe start top to bottom, you could say a silly saying, or at least sing it, and say, my dog has fleas. Now, granted, that doesn't line up with the names of the strings, but if you sing it in that melody, you get the correct sound. Listen again. My dog has fleas. So for the rest of your lesson, you have a Google slide. It's called a drag and drop. You're going to be taking those parts of the ukulele that we talked about, and you're going to be attaching them to your picture. At the bottom, once you're done with your drag and drop, there is a really cool video. It's an original composition that you guys are going to watch. It's called Dragon, and again, it's very similar to what we watched on Monday. I hope you enjoy, and again, don't forget to submit your work. Bye!